Hey guys, I'm mtbirchfield. Welcome today to, I guess we're going to call this what, the Losers Club podcast? Is that what we agreed on?
Sounds good.
All right, we're starting our very first edition of the Losers Club podcast. We named it after the group of kids from the movie It, just because it sounds cool. And joining me today are three of my good friends. We've got Tim, also known as Akavir. We've also got Dustin Scout, also known as just Scout, and Squash, also known as Squash. Say hi, guys.
What's going on?
All right, everybody talked at once. So today we're going to be discussing a lot of different stuff. Our whole theme for the night is going to be on survival and how you would survive certain scenarios. So I wanted to get everybody's take. Our first one is actually going to be a kind of fun one. How would you survive a zombie apocalypse? And look, if you know us and you know anything about us, we're all nerds, and so we've thought very deeply about this. So we'll go ahead and get it started. Does anybody want to jump in there and be the first one to talk about that?
I can go ahead and take the first crack at it. I guess.
Go ahead, buddy.
So, one word that will save everybody in the understanding of the zombie apocalypse. It's called ravioli.
Okay.
Ravioli is the Family Guy Twinkie of the apocalypse, the zombie apocalypse. It's gonna save the starvation problem. So we gotta find that ravioli factory.
Like, are you talking about like canned Chef Boyardee ravioli?
Yes, it's gotta be specifically that.
Okay.
Stuff doesn't go bad. I mean, it's
I'm
fully
pretty
preserved.
sure it comes with an expiration date.
Yeah, that's just to sell it.
Okay.
Everybody knows expiration dates don't exist.
Expiration date. It's a setup by the government.
Yeah.
Is
Everything's
that
set
all?
up by the
Now,
government.
hold on. Is that only on canned products?
Probable?
Probable. So are you telling me that my bread upstairs that has black mold on it, that has an expiration
Why
date?
do you have bread with black?
That is a great
That's
question.
not the discussion
Unhealthy.
we're talking about. It's not the discussion.
Black
we're
mold
talking
means you have water problems.
I got the blue mold on mine, but I mean that's
That was just like bread mold, yeast mold.
The truth is I don't have any bread, but the
okay.
whole point is,
In
that
general,
there's a difference between perishable items and canned goods, correct?
Yeah,
100%.
So you're saying that any canned good,
is eternal.
the expiration date doesn't matter.
I wouldn't trust those expiration dates.
Okay, hold on. I got a question. Do you know ahead of time where this ravioli factory is?
I haven't looked it up, so my actual my theories are kind of invalid until I find it.
Do you
So
find-
squash is not a prepper.
I'm not
you
a
would
prep.
call it.
Okay, so what if you get to the ravioli factory and other people had the same idea, or even worse, there's zombies in there?
I guess maybe more or less. I guess it's more or less for the start. Okay, forget about the expiration. They expire for a long time. I understand that they don't expire for a long time, and I know that's for a fact. But maybe finding the factory and all that stuff, that's just a joke. I did that as a joke. But
Okay,
ultimately, it's really for the start because it doesn't expire for such a long time. If you prep it in a massive quantity, then when everything hits the fan, then you're prepared. You've got food, and people are gonna want it.
Well, you know,
So
people have already thought of this actually. There's a televangelist who is selling these buckets of non-perishable food that will survive like 200 years in the bucket.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow, that's,
Like, is that legit?
We're
Like,
already set.
That's blessed. Hashtag blessed bread in a can.
blessed
let's
bread.
let's just discuss more about this canned ravioli that I'm assuming
Okay.
you've got inside your bunker out back.
You don't
Okay.
like the
I don't
apocalypse?
even have that. I don't have a bunker, man. I have a rental home.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get a grasp here, because so zombie apocalypse hit. Are you going to the store to buy all this ravioli at one time?
No, I think it is. It's really a prep idea because ravioli's super cheap. You can really stock up on that stuff. Got $100? Buy a bunch of freaking ravioli.
So you're not a prepper.
No.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
eventually maybe, but right now I'm just
Let's
scraping
go
the
with-
bottom of the barrel as it is.
Okay, let's go with zombie
Hashtag
apocalypse
loser
starts.
So-
Well, I mean that's the name of the thing, right? So let's say the zombie apocalypse starts tonight. What do you do?
Ooh. Oh, it starts like right now. Like
Right now.
how large-
For the
I
podcast.
don't have any ravioli.
I mean, I do on myself at my house, but I'm not at my house. But I'm with my
Oh.
family. So I have a good head start. I'm with family that do have some prep. They have weapons, they have food already here, they have stuff. But at my house, I have nothing. Like, I mean,
So you would
I
be.
thought you're not at your house tonight.
yes,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. So, I mean, I have most of my loved ones already here, and family is really going to become a huge factor in that. Like, I mean, the more people you have, I think communities are going to be huge. Like, I want to find you guys in that time. I want to be able to get with you guys and set up our own community, saying, because these are people that I know and that I know that I can trust, because I've built relationships with every one of y'all over the years. So we need to stick together in these.
So
times.
like we're
These
not
are
going to
times-
stab you in the back.
If you stab me in the back, I stab you in the throat, because I'll probably survive. You won't.
Oh, right.
Okay. Well, look.
Just saying.
Okay.
Hashtag loser podcast.
So question: If we're talking about a zombie apocalypse breaks out tonight, now how large scale does that mean? Like, are we in the process of everybody becoming a zombie, or is everybody already a zombie?
Another thing, what kind of zombies? Is it like Walking Dead zombies or?
I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna go.
What you call it? That movie that came out a while back where they like run and they're really fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
The DayZ.
World War
I mean,
Z.
Z one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, not that fast. Not that level.
Good.
Too
'cause we're all
far.
dead.
No.
We're all dead. We're all
Dawn
dead.
of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. That's what it was.
Okay, so ones that run but not ungodlike.
Yeah, they're not like Spider-Man. So
So like Call of Duty zombies and only the last one in the round.
kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
sort of.
that's-
Yeah.
that's-
So the way I look at it is when they're freshly turned, they're faster. But then as they start to get older or have been turned for longer, the rigor mortis sets in. And so they like slow down and stuff and become that traditional kind of just lumbering zombie.
All right, okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
I
So
can see that.
let me be real. If this starts, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think it's going to take a lot longer than just like a day for it to all go down.
Right.
And when I start seeing the signs on the news and like seeing that everything's going south, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to Alaska. And I'll go ahead and yeah.
There's so few people there.
well,
for the
not just that.
For what reason?
It's cold weather, so it's hard for bacteria to survive. It's it's up there. You're kind of secluded. You can actually live off of the land. You might get lucky and find a community up there of people who have been like-minded. Plus, if you start to edge your way up there at the very beginning, you could get there before things go south and get really bad.
Yeah, if they go to south, then they might end up in California, and everything bad ends up.
Yeah, dang. Yeah, but that's my plan. I don't own any guns. I own a bunch of swords. That's gonna do nothing. And so,
No.
Michelle.
Be useful.
yeah, but I mean, like, what if it gets stuck in like one of their heads and I can't get it out in
A
time?
baseball bat.
Yeah.
Blunt weapons are better. That's true.
Now I do have access to a ton of baseball bats. So,
I'm a Walking Dead fan.
So you think it'd be a bacteria that causes the zombie apocalypse?
yeah, we're not talking about no mojo zombies like that are like a witch doctor summoned them or something.
I read a book series once where they had these parasites they called goma worm that would infect a human and kill them, and they would become zombies. Some of them were intelligent and had control of their bodies, but they
Oh, that's
drank
not
blood. That's an interesting take on a zombie.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know,
it could be I'm sorry, go.
the World War Z zombie was actually a strain of a parasite that actually exists in ants. That's where they got the idea for that.
Cordyceps.
There you are, cordyceps. So it just takes control of the host and then spreads throughout the entire colony and ends up killing them all.
Yeah.
It lives off the living being.
Mm-hmm.
That one's really cool because then the host ant to the tallest that it like leaf or tree or something that it can find, and it latches on, and then the sprout of the fungus shoots out the back of its head and releases spores to infect more.
Oh, that's
it's so great. Could you imagine humans climbing trees and snapping off?
I wouldn't really want to see that.
I wouldn't either.
See,
It'd be pretty gruesome.
I'll go ahead and tell you what would be my downfall, though. It would be my family. Like, I wouldn't be able to just... My family lives so far apart that I would have to go get them and then convince them that things are about to go south, because I'm leaving out, like, as I see this stuff happening. And that's going to be hard to do. So I might have to end up... If I have to wait around for my family, I'm probably going to die. So, anybody else? Tim?
That gets eaten.
Yeah, my family, some of them are in Rome, some of them are in North Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to any of them, pretty much hopeless.
Yeah.
All right, so Tim has a spread in family also. But what you plan, Tim? What kind of plan you got going?
Well, like I was saying earlier, I'm in a really bad position because I'm in a valley. And if you watch The Walking Dead, you notice that if you're in like if you're in a valley or at the bottom of a slope, hordes tend to when they wander, when they congregate, they'll all like fall downhill and get stuck in a valley, which is where I am. So if that started to happen, if I didn't get out in a hurry, I'd be stuck.
Yeah. Well, think about this. You can't get out by car either, though, because everyone is going to be flooding the roads.
Right.
How do you escape to wherever you're going to?
42 drones tested will work.
Drones.
Okay.
Now, if I had
I like
a horse, slapping some plate armor onto a horse, that would actually be a good idea.
A good
That
situation.
sounds sick.
Ride, mystery, ride.
All right, so Tim is a medieval.
Well, seriously, medieval would be the way to go in a zombie apocalypse because ammo would be limited. So archery, make your own arrows and swords. Blunt weapons would be better, and that would be the best way to combat the dead.
So
I think a rapier.
where would you guys avoid,
Yeah, maybe.
like at all costs?
Obviously, big
Walmart.
cities.
Walmart. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Walmart.
Big cities.
I mean, I avoid that place anyways, but
I'll go ahead and
wait
tell you.
until it calms down, then go to Walmart.
I don't know. Dude. Like,
I think that Walmart should be if it starts tonight, 10 people get infected, and so in 2 weeks, that's basically when things are
gonna go
out of
down.
control. So I believe if it started tonight and you went to Walmart tomorrow, you'd be all right.
Yeah.
But after the first day, after the first 10 people, get infected and have started infecting other people, that one visit to Walmart should be the only one you make.
Yeah, but then you're
you
not
can
even
better
really
that.
gonna know if something's going down, because I mean, if it's just 10 people that have been infected, it'd have to be a significant number of people before we kind of notice.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Matt. You remember when that whole thing went around with the one guy on bath salts that
Yeah.
ate the other guy's face
Yeah.
off?
I was about to say that. I was wondering if he was already making his way toward Alaska when that was happening.
I wasn't making my way toward Alaska. I just got online and purchased about 1,000 rounds of ammunition.
It's about to happen, guys.
It's going down. Get your Mountain Dew and your guns.
I also bought a recurve bow and about 800 arrows. So
Good call.
Dustin's prep.
Yeah, I do not know why they don't have more bows in The Walking Dead or other zombie survival games. 'Cause
I know, right?
A bow's like
RPG
completely
is the best
silent.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and you can make arrows.
Yeah. Is that like you can just keep fixing it up? You don't have to worry about finding bullets or any of that stuff.
See, I got two bows. I got a compound bow and not a crossbow, a recurve, because the recurve is easier to string. So I like that idea better. Now, muscle memory, learning how to shoot it took me a little
prefer
while,
I prefer a recurve. I've used a compound and I prefer recurve.
So where would you guys go? What would be your destination if you have one?
I mean, I would technically just stay. I would stay in the country because most of the people in the country have guns, um, via maybe just for hunting. But most people have guns. They carry guns. Most of the people in the Bible Belt literally have their own understanding of home defenses and everything. Everyone in the South has guns.
So, do you have a specific location in the country that you're picking?
Just kidding.
Oh, I'll have to bleep that out.
My bad.
Let me write down the minute mark on that.
You might want to, right?
Yeah. But like if it gets to that point, I'm serious. I will go to Alaska. Like I'll probably go to the southern part of Alaska, but like because my whole idea of that is eventually all those zombies that are in city are going to convert people, and then they're going to be able to start to spread out away from the city. And that's when they flood the rural areas. And then, like Tim said, they're going to go down into the valleys and be stuck down there and not be able to get out. So, I don't know. I just think...
I think I would stay in the south, like Josh was saying, but I would find a fort on a hill. Something with walls already built.
That's what I was saying about community.
That place. Right.
So that's my plan. That's the reason why I bought 33 acres. And it's all on top of a hill.
He bought it just for
I'm gonna build me a nice big fence around it.
And then just protect yourself.
Yeah, and then just basically grow my crops and everything on the inside of the fence.
Okay, I was about to ask that too. What do you do on food? I know Squash is going to eat ravioli forever, but...
Yep.
That's another thing about Alaska. The cold climate and low population will help with not having as much of the dead to worry about, but it'll be harder to grow food, and it'll be a long time before you can get there.
Yeah, it's probably... Go ahead.
Not to mention the Timberwolves are probably going to eat you.
Yeah, probably. Like, if I could find... My hope would be to find, like, this is going to sound gay. No homo. A mountain man to live with. And hang out with him and, like, be like, hey, just teach me the trade, how to do everything and all this, how to survive off the land. And not tell him why I came up there. And just be like, hey, why are you here? Like, you just looked interesting, dude. And
I think there was an episode of Family Guy or something where someone thought that there was an apocalypse, the world was ending, so they went to the woods to live, and there was a mountain man living there.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, basically the scenario you were talking about.
The exact same thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I go ahead and tell you, I would like it might not be the most fun living, but at least I'm not gonna die. I could find a couple books along the way and just read for the rest of my life. I mean. Or I could... That
would be an amazing living. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I've considered it.
I would honestly miss my Xbox. I'll be 100% honest.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, because we're all just kind of tuned to this understanding that entertainment is everything, pretty much. But, I mean, living off the land in that sort of manner, it's something else. You just got... I don't know. Maybe I just have a superficial thrill for adventure.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm with you, Josh. I think once you got used to it, that you would love it. You wouldn't miss it. You wouldn't miss the technology as much.
The idea of survival.
I'm gonna be his mountain man. #no homo.
Yeah, I'll clean close to your beard.
I'll grow my own beard.
Rather
grow your own beard.
#threaten.
So is there anything we're forgetting as far as zombie apocalypse goes? We've pretty much covered where you go, what you eat, how you get there, weapons. I mean, pretty much. I think baseball bat with barbed wire is about the best way to go.
That is a good one.
I don't think barbed wire is the way to go.
You don't think so?
No.
Not barbed wire.
Nail.
It's not necessary
Wood spike.
for zombies. It's not necessary for people. Is what that's for.
Think so?
Intimidation mostly.
Why not all of the above? Wood spikes with barbed wire.
Now here's a weird scenario. What if animals get infected?
Oh.
What if you have to contend with zombie deer
Oh,
Like Red Dead
zombie
Redemption
deer.
Nightmare.
Do
Yeah.
what?
I'm talking
Yeah.
about this subject while I'm outside all alone.
Yeah, just creeped out. Okay, so what if that happened? Okay, so what if it started off as an animal's disease that transmutated and came to humans?
All right, so you're saying like, so Matt is up inside Alaska dealing with zombie timberwolves
Mm-hmm.
and zombie, brown bears,
I'll go ahead and tell you, I think it makes them easier to kill because it lowers their natural instinct.
Those two probably, yeah. I mean, but when a deer is chasing after me, that would have normally ran away, I'm kind of freaking out.
That's true. I mean, I'm freaking out when a 9-foot tall Kodiak bear's after me too. So I mean, it's just I just think if it gets to that point though, nobody's surviving. You won't have anything to eat.
Yeah, there's no survival. I mean, you're grass then.
Yeah, you're done. The Earth's killing everything. It's like we're starting up. So
Yeah, we're gonna start over from the beginning.
I think the only way to go is to go to outer space and just hope you can find some cool aliens to hang out with.
There's no such thing as outer space. Earth is flat, dude.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that's a different topic. Let's not go there.
Yeah, we'll cover that another day.
So okay, so let's go through a scenario here. Obviously, let's start with you, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so your lower population gives you, more of a chance of not seeing so many people. But let's say that all of a sudden you're the only one with food in Alaska, and everybody's coming to you for food. What's the human threat up there?
How many people are we talking?
For you in Alaska, probably not very many. I'm going to say that you're going to have a group of maybe 5 coming at you for all your food.
So they're attacking me.
Yeah. You're probably going to be okay. Yeah, I mean,
I'll be honest. I mean, I would try to reason with them, and then if they came to a point they wouldn't reason, then just kill them.
okay, so
Do my best to kill them.
Matt, he is doing everything he can to.
Yeah, I want to
help
preserve,
out the
because
community.
if there's more people up there, there's greater chances of me surviving. So if I can get them to join,
All right.
but see, there's also the trust issue. Like, do I trust these people?
Right.
Yeah.
So here we go. Now let's say that you got 100 zombies up there
Mhm.
that attack you at one time. What?
100 zombies that attack me in Alaska.
Let's say there's 10. One day you're out hunting in the woods, hunting
Mhm.
for a little rabbit or something. Something. You're needing food, and all of a sudden you find yourself inside the woods with 10 zombies. What's your battle plan? You got a battle plan, or are you trying to get away? These are freshly turned zombies.
Oh, so they're fast. I was about to say.
Hold on a second, but there's a factor that hasn't been added in. In
Weather?
Alaska, there's 6 months a day and 6 months of night.
Oh, that's terrifying. That's like that movie. What was it? Golly, 30 Days of Night, about the vampires that attacked up there. Oh wow.
So let's go with.
If it's okay, are we going summer or are we going winter? Because in winter it's dark, and in the summer it's bright.
There's snow on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
There's always snow on the ground in Alaska.
Great observation, Scout.
Have y'all not seen the Alaskan shows?
No, I'm just kidding. There's not
I
always,
know. We're messing
depending
with
on what part you're in and stuff like.
So
Okay.
let's say beginning of November.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 days before you got 30 days of night.
Okay.
So you still got daylight. It's kind of darker than it normally is. But I mean, you're out in the woods and you got 10 zombies. You're alone.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan? Let's say that your mountain man mentor died 2 days ago to hypothermia.
Okay. So my
Bad way
plan.
for him to.
Yeah, that sucks. I guess obviously I've got a cabin. I can head back to the cabin, but they're gonna be quick, so they're coming after me. What they don't know is that I have a German Shepherd, And
All right.
yeah, I brought my dog with me, and she's violent. Like she's tough. So the obvious problem then becomes they might group up and attack her. But since there's
Right.
2 of us, I think we have a little bit better of a chance. Obviously, I'm going to have a shotgun or something. And
Okay.
I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm not worried about noise because it's Alaska, and if there's only 10, we're probably not attracting many more. So I'm going to do my best to incapacitate every single one of them as quickly as possible. I'll probably use a lot of, since I know the land, probably use the land to funnel them into a way I know to go, or use my dog to distract them.
That good. All right. No, that was good. I like that, Matt. I like
right.
the battle plan. I was afraid that you might like run back to your cabin and
Get killed in the cabin? Yeah.
and
No.
well and say you got away from them, but then you're dealing with 30 days.
30 days of night, and they're roaming around. Yeah.
and they're roaming around out in the woods somewhere. What are you gonna do? You gonna sit in the cabin for
Oh
30
no,
days?
they're gonna get killed before it gets dark.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, see, my idea was pretty much similar to what Matt said. I would have like a spear is what I think I would end up using.
Ooh.
You know, long range.
Yeah.
I like that.
And you
Keep them at a
could use it
distance.
as like a staff. You could use it as a blunt weapon and both with the point. But anyway, all I would do is like if like say they surrounded you or were coming in you like a circle. All you would have to do is break through and like get out like away from them so that they were all in one direction from you, and you can move in a way that had them all funneled into a line. Then you just take them out one by one with the spear, and you can do that. Just that would be simple, really.
So where'd you stay? Where'd you stay in South area?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna just say that there's gonna be more than 10 for you, Tim.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying if I encountered 10, that's how I would handle it. If I had like plenty of space, it was in the woods, but it was flat, you know. And I
Yeah.
had room to move around. That'd be simple.
I'm gonna say 25, but I'm gonna
That's
say
it.
only like 5 or 6 of them are new.
So he's dealing with how long?
That's a
How long does he
completely
have?
different situation.
How long does he have before what?
How long does he have to deal with these things? Or are there
Well-
more? Well, he has to worry about noise too, because
Yeah, I mean he has to worry about noise because if there's 25,
Honestly,
how about this?
there's a
he has a
large
spear
number.
though.
How about we add in a little twist too? The zombies, when wounded, will scream to attract others.
Mm.
I don't know.
So,
Good luck.
Now you're
anyway.
bad. Hey,
No. Okay, so here's my plan for that, and really the only way to come out of that,
bow and arrow.
a good chance of surviving, is just stay hidden if you're undetected, and just sneak out as best you can, and do not engage at all if possible. That's your only chance.
I think
far
so.
away from your settlement or whatever. Just try to get away quietly is the only thing you can do. Especially if they're going to scream if you don't kill them instantly. You really don't want a chance. Take out 1 or 2 if you have to,
Yeah.
but don't,
like maybe
don't
some of
try
the new turned ones that are fast that might keep up with you.
See, if I were Tim, I would set up some sort of noise distraction across the city.
Mm.
That would be a good.
Oh yeah.
You could
I
set
mean,
that up. You could even, trap large scales of them at a time, like activate fireworks over there, bring them in, have propane tanks set up around, and explode it, kill them all.
Now you're talking about some dying light plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's lots of ways to, make elaborate traps like that if you have the time.
Yeah. The
A lot
main
of that
thing.
would require a community effort,
That's what I think. I think Tim's gonna have to worry more about stealth than combat.
Yeah.
And same thing with squash, but he's got
and
ravioli.
something about stealth. If these are like the Walking Dead zombies,
Uh-huh.
then
If you
know
smell
how
like
they
them.
would rub the guts.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they rub the guts. Well, here's a better idea. You know how they had a chance to get sick, like the priest, he nearly died from it. What you should do is have a large boiler or something, like maybe at a factory, or you could make something yourself. But you just throw in dead bodies or guts or whatever, boil it all to kill the virus or whatever it is that causes the disease. But then you collect the juice from that, the boiled liquid
God.
from that. You bottle it, make it like a perfume, and you spray it all over yourself, so you smell like the dead, but you don't actually have anything that could hurt you on you.
God,
Okay.
just imagine
Okay,
how.
cool.
Just Ew. Imagine how bad
Yeah, I
you'd
would
smell.
have a business going. I'd be
Oh,
selling
yeah, look at
cadaver
them.
wool.
Yeah.
Cadaver.
It's a good trade.
Tim here with Zombie Clean.
All right, Squash.
Smell like the dead.
You smell
You're in
like.
the same situation with Tim, but you just come back from the grocery store and you now got a bag full of ravioli.
That's the reason I was so quiet. I was eating my ravioli. Thanks.
It's
Hey, throw the cans out.
I mean, technically, you can also double the can down to make new ammunition. So that's
Squash.
really good.
Squash would
Oh,
be there.
there's also cane grenades.
He'd be like,
Can
ravioli, give me the power-oli, and then just kill them all.
So I mean,
And then lightning would strike the can and turn you into ravioli.
I mean, I'm being serious though. I mean, you got a bag, like a whole backpack full of ravioli on you right then, and it's making a ton of noise as you're running. The cans are clanking together.
so this is mid-apocalypse. So I was
Yes,
on
yeah.
a dry run.
Yeah, you've got to where you were going. You're set up like you want to be set up, but you went looking for groceries, and you found
So
ravioli.
you found the mother lode.
Of ravioli.
You know what? You found an overturned Chef Boyardee truck,
Yeah.
and all it had in it was
win.
ravioli.
Well, I mean, me being set up, I would be, I mean, not superbly far away from my camp because you guys know me. I'm a people person. I'm gonna be in a community somehow. Everybody has that.
Because Squash is inside a community, as he has pointed out. Squash is not alone.
Okay. He's in a group of what, 4 or 5?
4.
At least 2.
Yeah.
It's at least 2 situation, but it's actually 4. They were original group of 4, but they split at the crossroads to go 2 different ways. Now he's very close to the crossroads, but what he's done is was crossing the road where he was supposed to meet the other group at. Him and whoever his community member is was supposed to meet the group at.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how does he handle this
I
situation?
mean, by then we would have plans for almost. For me, I'm an overthinker. I think about everything.
So
so in a situation like that,
who's not going to get an
plans
18 wheeler and turn it into a monster truck though?
Oh yeah, that's how much I overthink.
Yeah.
It's gonna be armored down. It's going somewhere. I mean, even if we don't have the gasoline, we'll put those drones on the back. And it'll jet propel it. No, but ultimately, it's everything is gonna be planned. As far as timing and everything, I'm always.
So because it's mid-apocalypse, let's say that what you done is you had your armored set-up vehicle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where y'all decided to split up, you stopped at, and then y'all split there. Y'all left the vehicle sitting there.
And then move out.
And you can see the vehicle from where you're at, but it's in between you and the horde.
Well, I would feel like it'd be planned. As for what my ideals right now, idea would be distract that horde to get it to where we need it to be so that we can get back to it, to the vehicle. If it's too sizable of one, then just small sounds like firecrackers and stuff like that might pull a majority of them, but not all of them. And that little small group that gets left behind can be finished off. I don't feel like it would be too many. Probably 10, 15 at the most. And
but remember, they're going to scream and try to alert more.
If they're injured.
Yeah. If you don't wipe them out.
That's a large horde. You've only got them, Okay, Tim, headshots.
Yeah. I would use my small rapier to just go to town.
on their head. The
This is
ravioli
for
guy
being a
with his-
little
with
turd.
his, rattling
rapier
hands
is a-
inside the back of his back. Every time he goes to do a rapier move, all you hear is clink, clink, clink.
So let me get this straight. We've got Tim who's stealth, I'm survivalist, and Squash is strategist. Where do you
We
fall
got a
in?
team.
Yeah, we could be a sick team, honestly. Think about that.
Oh, another thing I was thinking of. It may not work, but I could take my cadaver perfume idea and make a cadaver oil to power cars.
True. You could.
Cadaver oil.
Cadaver oil.
I'm rolling right now.
Your exhaust would smell terrible, but hey, it would mask the scent of.
Oh my god. Help us.
All right.
I'll be farting.
So, Scout, where did you say you would end up? Where were you going?
Okay.
How
I'm on my land, in my bunker. Well, it's not really a bunker, but like my, with my big wall around my 33 acres and my field.
So you're the Trump. You built the wall.
Yeah, I built the wall.
Okay.
Right.
How do you maintain that though if like crops aren't doing well or fresh water even?
I mean, now I got a underground spring, so I mean, as long as it's not a drought, which it could be. Give me the scenario. Come on, guys.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna
Give me
say
all the scenario. Give
here
me
we
the
go.
scenario.
Here we go. So since you're isolationist, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say you're in the middle of the summer. You're facing a drought. It's too hot to grow crops. You have to go outside of your bordered wall to go get food. The only problem is because you've lived such a sheltered life that was protected from the hordes, you've made more noise than most people, and a rather large congregation of zombies is outside. So how do you handle it? Do you go stealth? Do you go just brute force and force your way out? What do you do?
Well, that's a good question. So, I should because of because of the time frame that we're dealing with here, I should have enough ammo for my bows. My bow, I guess, my one bow, to go around and shoot as many of the zombies as I can.
Okay, but let me counter that here.
Okay.
How good of a shot are you?
I'm pretty good, actually.
To kill them?
Screaming zombies.
Yeah, screaming zombies.
Well,
Got to be
if
like
they're already standing at the gate, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
So what I could do is, well, it's kind of dangerous and it's kind of a dumb move. It would be to funnel them in to it's a dumb move.
Or okay, how about this? How about you dig like a trench and just drop them all in it with spikes at the bottom?
All right, I could see it, but then you got to deal with you got that trench with the spikes,
Yeah.
right? No, not the screaming.
Oh, okay.
But once like 2, 3, 5 of them fall down in there, now you don't have spikes no more. You've got zombies.
Yeah.
Zombies are falling on top of zombies and they're not dying.
That's difficult. I don't even know how you'd handle your situation. It could get ugly.
You would have to dig a very large pit, and if there's how many, like 30?
I would
How many
say.
would go with?
Okay, so you live in an
take care of
isolated
most of the
area.
and silence them.
That's super isolated.
Okay. I'm gonna say just because you've been making noise for such a long time, we'll say 35.
Oh, 35 easy. All I gotta do is get out. I mean, I don't have to.
Fight them.
There's no way 35 zombies are at every corner and not 35 at every corner.
But let's say this, okay? Also, there's
anyway.
more of them spread out further out in the country.
So you're talking 35 around my base.
Yeah, 35 are surrounded it, but there's more close by that would be able to hear their screams.
Okay, so really we're talking like 100.
You're probably around 100 broadly, 35 close. 35 close by.
I'm probably gonna die. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you could sneak out, man. I think you
I
could
think
get
I
out.
can sneak out. But then I'm dealing with I got this a broad spectrum of 100 zombies. So say if I go in one direction, I'm gonna deal with 20 of them.
Yeah, if you run one way, you gotta be really quiet because
Stealth is the only way to go solo.
Yeah.
If you're
If you-
Stealth is the only way to go solo. You're right.
If you go,
So-
dude, we need to make this like a book. I've never seen a movie with like screaming zombies. That'd be awesome. But
So still the only way to go, unless I'm planning on like jumping in a vehicle and going out the gate.
okay, so forcing your way out.
Yeah, that would be
Do
brute
you
force. But
do you have people with you to close it behind you?
so I'm not sure about the people. It's all, obviously my family.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, just like
but-
family or somebody like that.
But let's say that my family got infected in the first round of them. You can't.
So you're alone now. Yeah.
Because that's the only people that would be with me. I'd be like Matt. I gave you a situation where you was alone. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say family got infected. You're alone. We'll go with that.
So I'm alone.
There's
driving
no-
out of the gate is
Yeah.
not a good idea. So
Yeah.
when I get back, I'm liable to have to kill God knows how many zombies who's entered my facilities.
Yeah, you got to be super careful. Even if you think you're safe in your property, you might not be.
Man, I feel for you. Family got infected.
Yeah, it's rough, dude. Look, I didn't even get mine. I just left them. I was just like, we've had good times, y'all. Bye.
I'm the kind of guy that goes and collects all of my family and all of my friends and say, hey, look, this is happening. We got to do
Well,
something.
Good guy
mine only
squash.
lives. Mine only lives, like 4 miles.
2 miles through the woods.
It's not even that far. It's 2 miles down the road. It's probably like a quarter of a mile through the woods.
Yeah. See, y'all got it so much better than me. Mine live 5 hours away. I guess on the way to Alaska, I can get them. But do you
Gotta
know?
go.
Up.
Just think of how densely populated the area they live in is.
You know what? You know
Oh.
what's something we didn't even think about, Matt?
What's that?
Forest zombies.
Matt, do you have a passport?
No. Nonsense.
They're not going to let you go through Canada.
Matt is not getting. through
Oh,
Canada.
no. Matt will go off-road. Matt will sneak. Matt will hold the
He's
Canadian...
jumping
Barrel
that wall.
up the river.
Matt will stand there and be like, what are you going to do? Shoot me? Canada doesn't have guns. So,
Right.
yeah. They're our top
They'll
hat.
throw
I'm
sharp
not worried
maple
about them.
leaves at you.
Right. The Canadian ninjas will show up.
Hey, you need
Yeah,
to stop. You need to stop your progress there, eh? So, no,
Matt's
no.
not getting Matt's not getting to Alaska.
Well, I'll
Hey,
just
go by sea.
I'll
go
just
by
walk
sea.
in and trigger them. That'll be my whole thing, and then they'll quit. And so,
Oh,
Hey, a boat. This has been mentioned several times, like in The Walking Dead, in the games. I don't know if it's mentioned in the show, but a boat is a great way to survive zombies.
that is true.
But you could also get to Alaska on a boat.
Yeah, I could go like shrimp boat or something and sell up the coast.
Yeah, you could fish for food.
That might. The only problem
Alright,
you'd
so-
run into is weather,
yep.
weather and fuel, unless it's like something.
Paddle.
Got a sailboat.
Yeah, but a sailboat's.
Hey,
oof.
come to Alabama. I'll hook you up with some cadaverol.
All right. Cadaverol. All right. So we've got roughly probably about 15 more minutes. There was one other topic we were going to hit on today. I think we've pretty well fleshed out the zombie topic. What do
Yeah,
y'all
I
think?
so.
Fleshed out.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah. Hashtag fleshed out dad jokes. So continuing with our theme of survival. All right, there is another one that I kind of wanted to talk about, and that's an economic collapse in the United States. Now, right now, we're living in a really good economy. Everything's going pretty good. It's not, people talk about how bad it is, but realistically, I mean, we live in a place where you can buy at your leisure a $1,000 graphics card for your computer and play games in 4K. We're not that bad off. So, we live in a really good country, but what if the economy collapsed and we saw a situation start to ensue where people were starving, people were fighting over food, fighting over housing, the government came in either by force or the government fell apart altogether. And we saw something kind of like the Purge. What do y'all think? What's your survival scenario for that?
Take everything I said about the zombie apocalypse and just switch it over.
More.
Ravioli.
Ravioli is where it's at.
They'll be like, Squash will be sitting on a throne, and then people will approach him, and they'll be like, "Kneel, child, you stand before the Ravioli King." And so
They'll have to bring a tribute of a ravioli king.
yes.
Honestly,
Yes.
I'm probably set up better for this scenario.
I think so,
than I am
too.
The zombie apocalypse scenario.
Sure.
I mean, let's be real. I'm not getting to Alaska. I'll die way before that happens. This, I think, becomes more community oriented, like an us versus them mentality. Kinda.
Yes.
Yeah. I just think like economy and community and stuff like that. I'm more likely to shoot somebody who's coming from Atlanta that wants to steal my food than my neighbor who I've known all my life.
Right.
So that kind of makes sense. I feel
See,
like. Go ahead.
I think that scenarios like Negan and the Saviors and The Walking Dead,
Mhm.
I think that that's actually not that likely to happen. I feel like people would band together and survive.
Mhm.
There'd be a few bad groups, but I don't think there would be one bad group that took over all the others. And,
Yeah.
you know,
Inherently, most
I
people
don't
are
think that
good.
would happen.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I think. My whole scenario, I'm kind of with Squash on this one. I think you need to band together with
With the
people.
ravioli.
No, not the ravioli. But- no, I don't like ravioli that much. But I would probably like join together with people who are like minded and try to find, my church would be one of the first places I go, because if economy collapses, think about this. The area we live in is a pretty rural area. Most people around here know how to hunt, how to fish, how to grow crops, things like that. So we're not going to starve. If the government comes in, we live in the Bible Belt. So nobody's going to come in without the threat of violence. So I just feel like the South would probably be one of the best places to be in that situation.
Well, I'm just going right back to my 33 acres.
Scout's going to just keep going like it didn't happen. So
What? I'm not supposed to go to work anymore? All right.
now I will tell you this. Even in the South, there are going to be those places that you need to avoid. I think, some of the bigger cities, Birmingham, Atlanta,
Absolutely.
just stay away. Stay away. And when those people come down to these communities, that's when I think
You shoot and don't ask questions.
you don't worry about it. Yeah. If they're coming down with the threat of violence, handle them. If they're coming down to work and to help the situation.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to give them the opportunity.
So you're just pulling the trigger no matter what. Oh, my gosh.
No, I mean, if like one of y'all are up,
Uh-huh.
I'd welcome you into my community, my gated community.
Yeah. You know Morse code? We'll
I
You
flash
know
you
Morse
some-
code?
Yeah, we'll flash you some signals with a mirror or something.
Yeah, you better. I'll be able to see you with my scope.
Right.
So Scout's gonna kill everyone. Squash is the ravioli king. I'm Squash's grand vizier, I guess.
Squash
I'm
is
I'm
welcome.
sneaky, stabby old guy.
He can bring all of his ravioli to my community.
And Tim's gonna melt people
dude.
down and turn them into oil. So
Right.
that's basically
Essential oil guy.
He's gonna be
He's
like,
running the same plan.
Tim's gonna be sitting there being like, "Have you ever heard of the dinosaurs?" So that's Tim's plan.
Have you ever heard of cadaver?
So
Cadaver.
I think that would be one thing that would happen though. We would lose all of our oils and stuff like that, all of our gasoline, everything. So travel maybe takes a little bit of a hit, but I think it's easier for rural locations with things like horses and stuff like that.
Right.
So I just think I don't think things would fall apart as bad in the South as they do in the North and in the West. I don't know. Economic collapse. How do we deal with people with guns? Just shoot them, pretty much. I mean,
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
First.
yeah,
I
shoot
have
first.
plenty of ammo.
Ask
And if
questions
they're
later.
bringing guns, I'll just shoot and then take their ammo, and I have more than I had before.
Yeah, now you got more, and plus they don't know the
Yeah,
layout
you
of the
got a
land.
reloading station?
Yeah.
I don't right now. Tim, do you got one? You're welcome to the community.
No. But you should get one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I should. That's a good idea.
absolutely. So, do we have any special scenarios for this one? Anybody got anything? Like with the
All
zombies?
right, let's do a special scenario. Let's say,
All right, we got 10 minutes. Let's.
all right, so let's say everybody come to my community.
Uh-huh.
I'm the leader of this community.
Okay.
Not really, but I'm the governor. So,
Okay.
so we're living off the land. With the neighbors, you know, I like my neighbors, ain't a problem.
Yeah.
So what we got is we got a group of 20 people that want to join.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the girls would date Matt.
Nice.
Oh.
Finally. We let them in. No problems.
No questions.
Last girl
Just
in there.
straight in.
No questions asked. This scenario has no downside. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Just kidding about that part.
Dang it. Even in the apocalypse, I can't. Okay, never mind. Go on.
Took you long.
So, I mean, they're a large group. We've been hearing about them over the shortwave radio,
Mm-hmm.
just killing and pillaging people's houses and homes. They're killing the houses and homes, not the people.
Yeah, they're killing the houses and homes. Those poor homes.
So we hear that they're not too far away. We hear a whole bunch of gunfire inside a community close to us that we trade with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What's our plan as
Okay.
they start to...
How many are we talking?
Big group. From... So these are starving people
Mm-hmm.
coming straight down from Nashville.
Okay.
A group of 40.
Oh, easy. Ambush. Kill them, blow them up.
Don't
Nope.
even see who there is, who they are.
No, there would be no. If they
They're
were,
from your-
They're
if they're from
Nashville.
Tennessee, they could be your family.
well, I've known them well. If they're starting to kill people,
But we also know that they're killing communities.
yeah.
They've been doing it for a while now. We've been hearing about it, but the last thing we heard about was them in let's say.
Okay, and so they're heading this way.
And so all of a sudden, we actually can hear the gunfire. We don't know how far away it is, but we know of only one other community, and it's.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom.
And I just told a lot of information, so you'll have to like cut all that out.
Yeah, I'll cut that out. I'll cut it. Let me mark that down. Bleep at 52. All right.
Name and address.
That-
With that.
Name and address withheld.
So,
Alright.
so
It's like you keep disappearing.
we know they're going straight down the road that I live on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put that information in there.
Oh, I'll go ahead and I already know what we do.
All right. So what we got?
I'm propane
Do you
tank.
know what road I live on?
Yeah,
Okay.
propane tank. Blow up their travel. Shoot the rest from
I
the
already
woods.
know, yeah, that one, big one.
Kill off the
I
survivors.
know they're coming.
Because I'm not going to enslave anybody, but I'm not going to let them continue to be a threat either.
This pop.
All right.
I just say wipe them out. We know the land better. We can set up an ambush. We can, set up explosives, things like that. And I know where right now, if things went south like this, I know exactly where I can go get food, exactly where I can go get ammunition, and exactly where I could find 6 full propane tanks for a situation just like that.
All right.
You know,
That nobody's going to
to go
touch
with
right
the
now.
propane tanks.
Yeah.
How about we coat the road in cadaverol?
It's highly
Propane tank,
combustible.
the oil.
And it burns forever.
It
And
burns
it
cadaver
smells like
oil.
that.
Yeah, and if you
Right.
put cadaver oil on your face, it makes you look 10 years younger. So the apocalypse is not that bad. Yeah. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's
cadaver
cadaver oil. Who knows? So
Cadaver oil is kind of like what's it called? Arm and Hammer. It's used in everything.
Exactly.
All right.
They kind of really turned away
All
from
right,
what
so
it was used for, like for whitening clothes.
Yeah.
Made it
before we
useful
get
for
too
everything.
far,
Made it for something else.
we run out of time
Throw
here.
it in the
Yeah.
air.
We've got about
Where
5
the river
minutes
goes.
left if we want to continue. But I think we
So-
pretty well covered everything.
So we get in the ambush position.
Mhm.
All right. We send the scout out. No pun intended.
Uh-huh.
We send the scout out, and the scout comes back and reports to us that they got hostages from the community that we've been trading with for the last 3 years.
Okay. How many hostages? There's 40 of these people. How many hostages they got?
Well, you know, it obviously, okay, so we're going to bump up their numbers. Let's say they got 15 hostages and they've got a total of 70 people.
I'm going to go ahead and say we gather as many people from our community as we can. Wait till dark. Go in guns blazing from all different directions just to confuse them. And, I mean, I hate to say something like this, but don't really worry about the people. Just worry about wiping them out.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do in a situation like that. You
Yeah.
really can't.
I mean, it's going to be sad if they
Hostages are
die.
as good as dead.
Yeah, those hostages, if they've been doing what they've been doing, killing whole households and stuff, they're holding them for rape purposes or for slaves or something like that, you know.
Or to keep you from attacking them.
Yeah, and if you go in a
Always
night,
purpose.
like an ambush at night, you, like I said before, you know the situation better, you know the area better, you can get the jump on them. You know, they're going to have people watching out, but, you know, how good are these people? They're people from a city. They're from Nashville. So what do they know to watch for? You know,
They know how to sing good country music.
that's right. You could even create a distraction, draw away most of the lookouts, and then infiltrate, then kill the lookouts when they come back.
When you yell, "There's Blake Shelton,"
Yes.
they'll all look.
Like, yeah, exactly. We could push a car down the road playing "Ache You Break Your Heart" or something.
Don't break my heart.
They'll all just chase it like zombies.
Is that Miley Cyrus's dad? So,
But, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
you can't really
that's
worry
it.
too much about those people. I mean, you want to
Okay.
save them if you can, but dude, get rid of them people. Kill
I
them.
got plenty of guns and ammo. We
Yeah, and I would at first go in and try to distract the lookouts to the point to where they're preoccupied with something. And if you can, quietly kill everybody. Bows, arrows, stuff like that.
I got plenty of those too.
Yeah, like knives. I mean, go in. I mean,
got
I hate to
knives.
get graphic. Stab somebody. Cut their throat.
Yeah,
Well, they're
I think
slick.
we could take out a good number of them silently, but probably not all of them.
You wouldn't take them all
Oh,
out
Start, you know.
silently. You'd have to at some
all-
point get down and dirty and fight.
You all have the graphic approach to everything, but I'm actually more of a opposing.
Oh, what? Oh, let's hear it.
Well, how do
I'm
you
an
lean?
opposing in this situation because I mean a life is a life is a life is a life.
Uh-huh.
And I know tons of people who will not wield a weapon for anything, no matter what. And you know what? Those people are some really good talkers. There's actually one lady that is in our community who, up here where I'm at right now, where I'm staying this weekend,
Mhm.
anyways, that lives close to here, that talked her way out of a situation like this
Yeah.
because her God is greater.
Mhm.
And I still lean that way. I think that everyone should be given the chance to say, hey, look, there is something better. This is not it.
Okay.
And
So you're saying that
like-
people are going to be better. Most people will be better than this.
yeah, I think
So
I
you're
think
the Carl. You're the Carl group.
I see. Here's the thing, though. I think it's already been established, though, that these are not good people.
If they've already killed
They're
community
not.
after community,
Or okay, we have to go to Scout for this. Can they be reasoned with, Scout, or not?
Well, I don't know.
See, not having any history with them. Like
Yeah.
say the Negan situation in Walking Dead was different. You know, they knew Negan and they communicated with him over a long period of time. This is a group just this.
This is a group that we've been hearing about that's been killing.
They've made their way, through state lines. I don't think they're
for communication.
Yeah.
But I mean, who's to say that we aren't dealing with a group that's been trying to travel south and has like been walking past these communities, asking for help and getting shot at instantly as soon as they started asking for help.
So they became
There's a
violent.
big enough group, so they've been destroying people.
I think instead of going to them, we should let them come to us.
That's a bad decision.
I think this decision, because it's still the same understanding that we know our area, that if we have that faith of understanding that we're better than them, what's the matter of them coming or us going?
So I can agree with you on that, but this is what I would do. I would go ahead and have an ambush prepared or have something set up to where when they show up and you first start talking to them, you say, hey, look, you're surrounded, or either be like, if you move any further in, there's explosives that are going to kill you, and we have people behind you that are going to kill you. So basically, set up something to where you can threaten them, and then they kind of back down and drop their weapons.
Yeah, basically prove to them that you have men in cover that can hit them, but they can't. They don't know where they are. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Fear tactics.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guys, I actually think that we have done pretty good on this topic. I've enjoyed it a lot, but we're about a minute over the hour mark. So what we're going to do is we're going to end it off right here for this podcast. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, drop a like down below. I'm also going to upload this onto SoundCloud so you can listen on the go if you want to listen to it on your phone, at work. I know I cut grass a lot, and I listen to a couple different podcasts on my phone through SoundCloud. So that'll give you that opportunity. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Squash, Tim, Scout. I'm having a brain fart. Thank y'all so much for showing up. So for next time, we kind of talked about this before the podcast. We're going to cover what superpower would you get if you could have any superpower, and we will do that next podcast. The podcast will be uploaded every 2 weeks, so be looking out for that. And we thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll drop their links down, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.